Okay.
Yeah.
So I know that I've got a mixed audience who love New Jack Swing, and so we have to go back to the time of GR production. So I've had um Basic Black, I've had all Basic Black, so they had Nothing But a Party,
Hmm.
and they were I've had Damien from Guy, I've had all of them, but I think what I heard from when Basic Black came on, they said, um, there was Today, there was Guy, there was Abstract, they had, Redhead and his crew, Rex and Effect,
Yeah.
and Christmas Party, and then they come back and they say, yeah, Teddy's left, and everything's dissolved. But how did you meet
Oh
Redhead?
my God. So wait a minute. So that's the story that they told you?
Yeah, it was Christmas. It was, yeah, it was that's Christmas. Yeah, that
So you
every
didn't I say I went home for
yeah,
Christmas?
yeah, yeah,
And then like I was in college, so I was on Christmas break,
yeah, yeah,
and I was waiting. Okay, we gonna sign the contract. And everything. They were like, then something went down or something. Okay,
yeah,
so good. I love that somebody else has told you that.
yeah,
So
yeah,
now you
yeah,
know I'm telling you the truth. It
yeah.
all fell apart, and I was like, OMG. But yeah. So yeah, I was in college and I would go over to Englewood, New Jersey.
Ah, yeah.
Pat, the guy that's singing beside me on I'll Be There, his name is Patrick McMillan. And it is cousins with Cindy Mizelle, who was a background singer with Luther Vandross. And I
Okay.
try to follow this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cindy was a background singer. It was a background singer for Luther Vandross, but Cindy in high school was in a band with Regina Bell. You ever heard of Regina Bell?
Yes. We just lost
Baby,
her brother
come to
Bernard
me.
Bell, who
Yes,
wrote Remember
Bernard.
the Time. Yeah.
Exactly. Bernard, I know Bernard.
Oh.
Well, knew him and stuff. Yes, because he was a part of that whole Englewood
Yeah,
thing,
yeah, 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 yeah. With Big
So
Bub
we would
and
go to like the church, Big Bub. I want to say it was Big Bub's church. Put
yeah.
it this way, it was a girl in the group with us. She's cousins with Big Bub. Isn't this
Okay.
crazy how it's all
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
intertwined? Yeah, so that was all in this is all in Englewood, New Jersey, guys. So, there's a barber shop that I would go to up there, and Mr. Brennan, it was called Brennan's Barber Shop. And we would all go to Brennan's Barber Shop and just kind of like a meetup place, get a haircut and whatever. But okay, so Cindy, when I was in college, would come off of tour with Luther and be like, "What y'all come?" We were like, we she was big time, so we like, "We want to come up, we want to come up." And she never shut the door on us. She was always like, "Come on." So we go over to Cindy's and just hang out. Her spirit is just beautiful. Cindy actually is the person who heard Mariah's stomach growling in a session and bought her some food
Wow.
a few years earlier before she got her deal with Sony. How crazy is this, right?
Wow.
How intertwined it all is.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
okay, so Cindy would literally come off the road. We would put on Luther at Wembley, and um she would sing backgrounds with us, teach us the parts.
oh.
Yeah, so I felt like I was, hey, by the time I was, with Red and all them, I was like, listen, I'm singing with Lisa Fisher, Cindy Mizelle, all these people that
Wow.
did sing with Luther. And and Luther's backgrounds are just impeccable, his sound just is. So, I really felt like I got a really good training, and a lot of that I owe to Cindy. So Cindy, shout out to Cindy Mizelle. You might want to do an interview with Cindy too. So
Okay.
anyway, okay. So that's basically what we would do. So I would go over to Redhead Kingpins as well, and we did some songs with Red, and I was about to sign a deal with Virgin, and we were in a rehearsal for Mariah, and she was like, what you mean about Virgin? Why you never told me about this? I was like, you got your own thing on. I ain't wanna, bombard you with all this stuff, and whatnot. So she like, so she ended up talking to Tommy, and then I ended up signing with Sony instead.
Oh.
And that led to they were like, we got to figure out a way to get you out. She said, well, why don't you sing this song with me? So that led to I'll Be There. She knew I
Okay.
loved Motown
No,
and
no, no, you're
all of that
rushing.
stuff.
You're rushing. You're rushing. You're rushing. You got.
You see, I'm trying to tie it in for you.
I know, no, I know. But I was going to say that. Were you part of the FBI crew then? Were you?
No, the FBI was Oh my gosh.
I thought you okay because you said because when you Redhead got you, was he trying to form a separate group from Redhead, Kinpin, and the FBI crew? And
Yeah, it was a totally different group. Redhead and the
okay,
FBI crew were his crew. Um, oh my God, oh, but it's on the tip of my tongue, literally.
okay,
But they really weren't rappers. The FBI crew were more like dancers
yeah, yeah,
because
dancers.
Redhead
Okay,
was right.
okay, like
Red was
Heavy D
really
and the
like
Boys kind of thing. Yeah.
exactly right. So they were really like dancers, and they were all just cool guys. You know, we were all so young. But they were younger than me because I think they were still in high school and stuff. You know, like the FBI crew. But yeah, it was three of them, but the two of them, I mean, they used to dance their ass off, and you know, I mean, I really, really had some good songs with Red, but then something happened when I signed with Sony, and the manager that we had at the time he went up there tripping, and I
Oh, not
suppose
Gene
he went,
Griffin.
not Gene, another guy, and he went up there and with a bat and all that kind of shit,
Wow.
into the president's office. He was like, either you going or he gotta go, and I was like, see you later. And no, I mean seriously, it was like not a good look.
Wow.
You ain't about to mess me up with these good white people. Anyway. Look, y'all forgive me. I am such a clown.
No,
So, you
oh my.
know,
Well, wow.
anyway,
Because I mean,
yeah.
we heard. I mean, there was a Albie Shaw and Kyle West talked
Mm-hmm.
about when Gene, went into Uptown, dangling Andre out the window to get Teddy's publishing. So we know that those how the
Oh
executives
no,
back
they
then.
had tactics. Exactly. Like in hindsight, you know, I was just so green and everything, but I kind of get where my mom was coming from as a
Okay.
result. She was like, be careful going over there and stuff. But you know, at that time I was just such a goody two shoes that I would just, you know, I knew how to stay out of the fray with the nonsense, you know,
Did you get to
pretty
meet
much.
Teddy during that time?
Yeah, we were in the studio a few times. And then I saw Teddy not too long ago. He did a show with like Layla Hathaway, and when I say he, Blackstreet. So it was, I think Dave Hollister was there. And there's another young man that's from Florence that ended up saying he took Dave Hollister's place in Blackstreet. He's the one that says, "If you take your love
Mark Middleton?
away from," thank you. But he's from South Carolina.
Oh,
So yeah, South Carolina really got some singers. Like, and he's a
yeah.
singer, you know, like a singer.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so anyway, I saw
Wow.
Teddy, you know, and I reminded him of those days and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it was it shocked everyone because everyone got canceled. So today
Hmm.
they got released and the girls all got released and then two camps. But so when that happened, you come back and you hear that, did you feel as if everything's over, or did you still think, well, this is East Coast, I can find another deal, or did you?
Yeah, because I mean, because I was a part of a group, you know, the focus really wasn't us anyway. Squeak, it was really Squeak's thing. We were just, you know, doing the backgrounds basically. Can play that game, but we were jamming though and everything. So you know,
Okay,
so at that time I still really, really wanted to do. I was working on solo stuff anyway. So and we
okay.
kept working on the solo stuff with Redhead even during that time, you know.
And he was,
So
he's
did
a producer. I mean, yeah, he did the
oh no,
produced some,
he
yeah.
is very, very talented. Like we had some fire. Like in my opinion, he was on par with like Teddy. Like he really is a good producer.
Wow. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel.
But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that kind of.
And somewhere in between.
Us for even loving us, on which I did miss you.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
Trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No. Okay.
They don't understand what Jonas Boys win in all spirits.
Play it.
I mean, I love all different genres.